All right, guys, welcome back. Magandang manga to my Filipino people and anyone that's in a Filipino relationship. All right, or any kind of relationship, if that matter. Okay, so this video is going to be about. It's going to be a quick one. Okay, this is going to be about things your Filipina may not understand, or she could get offended by it, she could be upset, or something along those lines. Okay, so the first thing is sarcasm. Okay, some Filipina and probably some Filipinos, some of them don't take sarcasm too well. Okay, because from what I've learned, sometimes sarcasm can be taken seriously and they may not understand where you're coming from, especially if you're like an American. They might not understand where you're coming from. So, for example, like if you're joking, just saying something jokingly, and the way you come across to your Filipina or Filipinos, they may take that stuff very, very seriously. And you're wondering why your Filipino's upset. You're wondering why the Filipino's upset. And, you could be getting yelled at. And, anything along those lines. So you got to be careful about what you say. Definitely think about how you're saying it, okay? Some of you probably already experienced this with your Filipina. So be careful what you say and how you say it. Even if you're just saying it to be jokingly or saying it to try to kind of get things across, sometimes they may not take it too well. You have to, like I said, pay attention to what you're saying. Focus on how you're saying it, because it may not turn out good, guys. Okay. And a lot of Americans, I will say this firsthand, a lot of Americans tend to say what's on their mind, okay? Straight out, we just say exactly what's on our mind. And a lot of times for Americans, when we do that, it's not to hurt someone or put someone down or to be mean. It's just, we are just being here in the United States, and the way you brought up over here, saying things straightforward is just how we kind of operate, okay? And most Filipinos may not take that too lightly. So, like I said, be careful about what you say. Next one, money. Dealing with money and bills. Your Filipina may not understand how they do understand how bills work in the Philippines, but when it comes to bills in the United States and how we have a different kind of billing system, how things are being paid, how sometimes you can get your payments deferred, or you can be put on a payment plan through different companies, through your power bill, your gas bill, your water bill, your trash bill, your mortgage. Sometimes things can be arranged and you pay a certain way, okay? And there's a lot of people that make arrangements on their payments because their 9-to-5 jobs are just not, sometimes they're not making enough, or they run out of money. A lot of Americans, I don't know the percentage, but there's a high number that most of us are living paycheck to paycheck, okay? Yes, a lot of Americans may have a car. Pretty much almost everyone have to have a car because we got to get around. We have to get to our job. We have to get places. And somehow, some way, we end up with a car. But your Filipina may not. It's possible that if they're here in the United States, they may not understand how you arrange and pay bills. And sometimes, like if you're going paycheck to paycheck and you run out of money, they may not understand at first how you run out of money and why you run out of money, okay? And sometimes this could lead to a disagreement, arguments over you not having money, things of that nature. So it may take time for your Filipino to understand how the money system, how things work out with money, and you're paying bills, okay? So that it takes time. So keep that in mind. What else? Oh, this is one. This is one, guys. When you're talking about time, okay, a lot of us Americans, we really strive to try to be on time for a lot of things. And you know, in the Philippines, time is a big deal, but it's not in a certain sense, okay? And you will always hear about Filipino time. Like you say the party starts at 5 and they won't show up until 6, you know, things like that. In the US, like when you say you're gonna be there at 5 a.m. or 8 o'clock, then that means we're gonna be there a little bit early, okay? We're gonna arrive a little bit early and not too late. Like I feel like arriving 30 minutes late to a party or to a gathering is kind of like a little, it's really too late, okay? So most Americans try to stay on time about things. Yeah, and that. Okay, let me move to the next one. Along with the time. Okay, this is going to be the last one. And my wife even does this, and she says, "Why you say that? Why do you say that? What does that mean?" She always say, "What does that mean?" Okay, when I say, she says, "Babe, what time is it?" Or "What time do we need to be there to a certain place?" And I may say, "Well, it's 20 after," or "It's 25 after." And she goes, "What? What is 25 after? What is 15 after? What is 45 after? What is, what is 30 after? What is 10 after?" And she's wondering, like, what are you talking about? And a lot of people here will say, some people talk like that. They will say, like 15 after, and we already assume that you know the hour that we're on, right? You may assume that your wife knows the hour time. Like if it's 4 o'clock, you may already think that she knows it's 4. It's in the 4 hour, okay? But it's 25 minutes after 4. So she may even hear me or hear you say, "It's 25 after 4." And then she may say, why don't you just say 4:15 or 4:25 or 4:10? Just say that. Why do you have to say 4:25 after 4? But again, that's kind of how a lot of us were taught and brought up. So your Filipina may be confused about that, or just kind of like, why are you talking like that? But yeah, but when I was growing up, we kind of spoke like that. We addressed time like that because I heard my older, my grandparents and my mom and things, they spoke like that. They addressed the time in that way. So that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about today. Tell me what you guys think, and that's it. See you guys in the next one. Mahal kita to all my Filipino people. Mahal kita to all the people that are in that are with a Filipina. Well, I'm happy that I'm with one. So, but anyway, okay. That's it. I'm driving, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, take care. Peace.